Hi, Giovanni. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How about you?
Okay, that's very nice to hear. Well, I'm great. Thank you for asking. So, my name's MJ, and I'm here to conduct your interview for the virtual assistant role that you're applying for. So, let's get started. Tell me something about yourself.
I am Giovanni Martinez Dagatan from Cainta Rizal, 27 years of age. And I'm graduated the 2 years vocational course, which is Information Technology. After my graduation, I work at Tamiya Company Incorporated as an quality inspector for more than 3 years. So I learned how to use caliper, pin gauge, micrometer, height gauge, depth gauge, impact tester, milk flow rate. And I also learned how to create data sheet using per dimension. And I can see Miss MG that I am a smart person, honest, loyal, deeply committed, and dedicated to my work. Very flexible person and easily adapt to the different situation. I know how to manage my time and set priorities. And my hobby, and I also learned how to use Photoshop because during my college days, it is included our subject. So I like editing videos and editing photos. And my hobbies are playing video games, editing photos, editing video using Filmora because I want to be a blogger and editor someday.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. So, let me just go back to your previous work experience. You have mentioned that you were a quality inspector for 3 years. What
Yes.
kind of company is this?
Tamiya Company, ma'am, is a precise plastic model kit which is manufactured at owned by Japanese.
Okay, all right. So thank you for clarifying that. So as a quality inspector, you are checking the standards of the manufactured goods if it meets the standards of the company, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because for me is a very big task because I handle dimension and T-shots, which is more prone on the what we call sikla in the Philippines. So we must double check and make it clear because I make a samples using for the production that is comparing to the manufactured.
I see. Okay. So yeah, I totally understand what a quality inspector job is. I also worked as a quality assurance analyst before, but in a food company. So I mean, the function is the same, right? So,
Yes, yes.
okay, so now I'd like to know, since you have trained with virtual lasting, I'd like to know what are the tools that you have learned and skills that you have gained during the trial. I mean, the training.
All of the training for me, it is hard, but I try my best to understand all the trainings and learn from it. So I practice more in order to become a better person. So now on, I handle different kinds of graphic designing and video editing, which I love the most.
Okay, so nice to hear that. And I'd like to know what's the niche that you considered pursuing as a VA and why?
Actually, Miss MG, or the next role I want to pursue is video editing because I like creating videos. Other than I like uh, editing using Canva, and I like also creating design in WordPress, Click Panels, and Shopify.
Oh, that's nice. So first, you want to be a video editor, and then second, you want to be a graphic designer. Is it correct?
Yes,
Or a
ma'am.
designer for
And I
websites?
like yes, ma'am. I like also creating a design in Click Panels and Shopify. But for now, I study in Photoshop because I want to refresh all my knowledge in Photoshop during my college days. So I installed a latest version in Photoshop right now.
Okay, all right. That's very nice to hear. And I'd like to know what would be your preferred schedule in case we are to hire you.
For my preferred time is MG. I don't have any work right now, so I can work full time or part time. Depends on the needs of the client.
Okay, and any time will be okay for you.
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
do you prefer to work in the morning or at night or any time?
Anytime, ma'am. It's depend on the customer needs.
Okay, all right. So thank you for that. And now let's talk about some of the things that VAs usually do. So there's actually two. First is taking calls for clients, and the other one is writing, content writing, email copywriting, or social media caption. So how comfortable are you in doing those things?
Uh, Miss MG, to be honest, I'm not really comfortable in taking calls for 4 hours straight. But if it needs to, I'll do my best in that kind of task.
And what about writing?
Honestly, Miss MG, I find too hard to express myself in calls and in writing because I'm not really good in English grammar, but I am a type of person that is willing to learn.
Oh, that's important because now that you know the areas that you need to improve on, so as you have said, you'll continue learning, right? So
Yes. Yes.
when the time comes that you're already comfortable with your writing skills or your English communication skills,
Mhm.
then you'll be able to take on those kind of jobs in the future, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So now I'd like to know what are the tools and the equipment you have prepared for you to be able to perform your tasks effectively and efficiently because you will be doing this online.
I'm 100% surely ready, Miss MG. Because from now on, I have my own laptop, which is the latest version of Lenovo, which with 8 GB random access memory and with 64-bit operating system, and the latest version of operating system, which is Windows 11. Regarding our internet connection, I already installed the Globe at Home Postpaid with 50 Mbps for my personal use only.
I see. Okay. So what if there's sudden power outage or sudden loss of internet connection?
For me, I already informed the regional office of DepEd if ever they have an energy interpower, so I can use the generator because DepEd is very near at our house.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you can actually go there and
Oh,
um
yes, because most of the employee at the regional office of Calabarzon is my friend, especially guards and engineer and ITs.
oh, I see you have connections.
Yes,
Okay, so all right. Now I'd like you to share with me the qualities of or the qualities that you are looking for in a client.
actually, Miss MJ, I have an ideal boss because I believe that boss is always a boss. That's why I will respect its differences. If ever my boss reprimands me, I will never take it negatively. Rather, I will take it as a constructive criticism.
Okay, so taking it on a positive note. So that is very nice to hear. And that brings me to my last question for you for tonight. Giovanni, you know we have a lot of people in our roster waiting to be shortlisted, and they're applying for the same position as you are, a virtual assistant. So I'd like to know what's your edge among the rest?
Miss MG, you should hire me because, as I said a while ago, I am honest, sincere, deeply committed, and dedicated to my work, very flexible person, and easily adapt to the different situation, and I know how to manage my time and set priorities, and I have an ability to learn quickly.
All right, thank you for mentioning all those qualities that you possess, Giovanni. That is the end of your interview. Thank you so much for taking time to attend this. And please keep your lines open because we will contact you once we have found a client that matches your credentials. Okay?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the great interview, and I learned a lot for this interview.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you so much, Joe.